A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the KB Financial Group Star Championship being played right here at the Blackstone Golf Course in Icheonsi, Gyeonggi-do. My name is Glenn Mascarenas and I'm here to take you through the action. Keep in mind the fact that this is round two. We had a very interesting round one and Lee Ga-yong will aim for birdie on hole number 10. She was up there at the top, dropped in grace slightly today, but she's still holding on to a 2-under score and a chance to redeem herself at this very hole. Shouldn't be too difficult. And that's back up to a 3-under. Remember, she ended the day yesterday on 4-under, but a hat-trick of bogeys there on 7, 8, 9. Well, pretty much being her undoing, but she's come back strong, on the back 9, opening it up with a birdie. Lead A on. That's going to be a second stroke on hole number 11. She's going in with a 52-degree wedge and the aim is to cover 91 meters to the destination. So decent start here for many of our golfers here today. Keep in mind the fact that our temperature is about 32 degrees Celsius, 1.5, wind speeds, which is fairly easy, and I also think very comfortable, for our golfers. So it'll be interesting to see how they can actually perform in this very event. Up next, it's going to be Roh Seung-hui. Roh Seung-hui tees off. She also was doing very well yesterday, but has struggled through a few worries today. Puts that at quite a distance from the flagstick. It's going to be a bit of an effort for her to get close. Bang Chen-sil going through the motions as she, looks like she's sitting on the border of the, cat box. I do love her new hairstyle. Makes her look very, very sharp actually. She's had a good haircut. Lee Ga-yong will tee off for hole number 11, 307 meters to cover. Lim Hee-jong, third stroke for hole 11. Lee Dong-gyun goes next. Getting ready to tee off now. It's Lee Vaughan. It's always good to see her. Has won 3 events this year. Among the top earners. She had a bogey on the previous round. 307 meters to cover. So lead A on. We'll aim for birdie on hole number 11. And it's going to be interesting to see how she can navigate through this now. She's, well, finished with an on par. She would have, well, just loved to have got a little bit closer, but sometimes, well, things don't work out like that. Trying times for some of the golfers today. They were getting it all right yesterday, but well, things have just changed a little bit. Meanwhile, Lee Dong-gyun has her own challenges to conquer. A gentle tap-in will always work well, and she's got a birdie there on hole number 10. I had 2 bogeys and a buzzard as well. She's up to a 4 over score. Normally does shine on the second last day and the last day. So it'll be interesting to see how she performs. That's terrific work. Kim Soo-ji nails a birdie on hole 13. So all the golfers now, well, beginning to get, their act together. Getting into this latter part of the afternoon. Kim Soo-ji as well, another one of those really amazing golfers to watch in action. Bong Chun-sil chips that, but not far enough. And she's just a tad bit upset about it. Really a very talented golfer, but I would say comes in flashes. Some days she's probably the toughest golfer to beat on the course. And some days, well, she just struggles with her own moments, her own, worries. Was doing fairly well yesterday, but today she's up to a 3 over. Needs to finish this on par for hole number 10. And that's just going to give her another bogey. Well, she's with Roh Seung-hui. Both of them were in pretty much flying yesterday. There goes Lee Vaughan, second stroke for hole number 11. Looking to cover 113 meters in all. Meanwhile, in greener territory, Roh Seung-hui, remember she really stretched that far from the flagstick. It's a long way for a birdie on hole number 10. Gives it a good push. It's going to place her fairly close and just short of making the cut there. Lee Gayong, second stroke for hole 11. And well done by Lee Gayong. Sometimes she too can be a master of placement. Second stroke on hole 11 for Kim Min Soon. Bang Chun Sil. And she does bogey the 10th hole. She'll be glad to finish with it. Scoring a 4 over. It's been, well, 2 buzzards and 3 bogeys for her today. And a very, very tough call if you ask me. And that is a very, very narrow miss here. We'll have missed seeing her. Always a joy to watch this young lady in action. For my money, I've always said it, one of the most talented golfers on the tour, but she does have her moments when she shines, and then of course there are days when she can lead from the front and fall behind soon. Ryo Seung-hui looks to finish on par for hole number 10. What are the chances? What are the chances? That just slipped out at the wrong time. She's going to land up bogeying that one. Just a bit unfortunate, disappointed there, Ryo Seung-hui. Also having a very tough day. We'll need to tap that in to finish it off. And there she does. Keeping it very, very somber today, Lee Yvonne, with that white and grey. And, well, I do love the colors, and I always love the colors. And I've noticed that with, the KB Financial Star Championship, most of the golfers have been, in very somber colors. It also probably has to do with the weather. Bang Chun Sil with that, white and blue. Tees off for hole number 11. Will definitely be looking to, make a change in her approach to the game here. She's got Ryo Seung-hui and Lee Dong-gyun for company. Ryo Seung-hui, another one of those golfers who can really come up with the goods. Gets a full body into that one. Gained a good bit of distance on the fairways, and that should serve her well here today.
갈게요.
Beautiful layout there, lovely widescreen, shot The mountains in the distance. Really a very well designed course, and we'll talk about it later as we get through it. Kim Min-sun 7 will go in for a birdie on hole 11. A good chance here of nailing one. That's going to be a Cuban for her, so she'll need to tap that in to finish it off. Well, pin ball there. It did roll around a little bit, but it did find its way in. So an on par finish for Kim Min-sun 7. Lee Ga-young goes next as she aims for birdie on hole number 11. And that ball definitely shy of moving even a little bit further. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-ji has had her, well, fair share of trials this year. She's been performing fairly well, keeping herself above, keeping her head above the water more importantly than anything else. We'll go in for a second stroke for hole number 14. Lee Ga-young aims the birdie on hole number 12. Good enough whip in that shot. Lee Won goes next as she tees off for hole number 12. Kim Min-sun 7 will tee off for hole number 12. She's gained a terrific bit of ground with that. Absolutely marvelous. And as far as the applause is concerned, it's definitely from another hole where there's a birdie being scored. No doubt about it. Function Still will go next. It's the second stroke for hole 11, 97 meters to cover. And Roh Seung-hui will follow suit. Lee Dayon goes next. Lim Hee-jong will aim for birdie on hole 12. So that's well done by her. Lim Hee-jong with a lovely birdie there on hole number 12. She goes up to a 2 under. Lee Dayon looks to finish on par for hole 12. Lee Dayon will end up bogeying this. Needs to keep her calm here as she gets in. Didn't sweat too much for that one. Lee Won just getting a view of well, her destination here. Kim-Min-sun 7 goes in with a second stroke for hole 12. Takes a good crack at that one. Oh, that's beautifully placed. Lovely placement from her. Lim Hee-jong will tee off now for hole number 13, 165 meters to cover. It's a par 3 for the asking. To remember, of course, hole 13, it's always been an interesting one. It's a signature par 3 hole featuring a winding rock wall that appears to be squeezing into a massive pond. There's a huge sand bunker on the left side of the green, cluster of grass bunkers on the opposite side, and from the top of the tee off, you have to double check your approach according to the wind strength. Not too much of worries here with the wind, and that's the reason why she hasn't found it difficult, but she has flown the green here by a little bit. You have to aim for the front of the green, and Lim Hee-jong knows that as well. This one is a tad bit difficult. Lee Ga-yong will go next, second stroke for hole number 12. He's got a good lift on that one. It's onto the carpet. And that's well played by her. Just a gentle touch. Nice approach. She's back in business. Her first birdie of the day. And what a relief for her. Dropped a good amount of 7 points here today. Over to Park Min-ji. As she tees off for hole 13. She's going to go with the 6 iron. She's in green and white. I was just talking about how all our golfers today have kept themselves in very somber colors. No bright yellows, oranges, neon. At least among the ones that we are covering for the time being. And Park Min-ji does well to get onto the green. So total prize money of 1.2 billion Korean won, or that's 862,415.88 US dollars. The first winner will get 270 million Korean won, or that's 193,950 US dollars. The second winner will get 165 million Korean won, which is about 118,507 US dollars. And the second runner-up, or the third placed finisher, will get 120 million Korean won. That's 86,187 US dollars. Shin Da-in won the previous event that was played this year, just before this. And she came into this in good form. Left to be seen how she well finishes this tournament. Lee Won, of course, has won 3 so far. Bang Chin-sil has won 2. Hong Jin-min has won 2. And a couple of other golfers. Right now it's Lee Dae-yeon who'll tee off for hole 13. Par 3 for the asking, remember. She's going to go with the 7 iron. And looks like she's going to be suntanning on the beach for a little bit. Wasn't really part and part of the parcel of the plan. Sometimes you've just got to take a break, dip into those bunkers for a little bit. Does help. So here's how the leaderboard is stacked up. Yoo Hyun-jo right at the top with 6 under. She's the defending champion, having won this last year. Choi Yun-woo, Ko Ji-yoo and Moon Jung-min are in tied second with 4 under. Lee Ga-yong in 5th with 3 under. And Park Yun-kyung, Ma Da-som and Kim Min-sol with 2 under are in tied 6th. Which is, of course, a very interesting equation because they're joined by Cho Ah-yeon, Hong Soo-min, Lim Hee-jong, Lee Dae-yeon and Lee Ji-young. Interesting turn of events here. Do stay with us as we continue with our coverage of the KB Financial Group Star Championship. We are coming at you live from the Blackstone Golf Course in Icheonsi, Gyeonggi-do. Don't go anywhere. That slipped out for Lee Ga-young. Just a bit unfortunate for her. Was beginning to look well, like she'd just come back into it. And it's been an odd one here today. Some of the top golfers missing out on their putts, and some of the, well, golfers who have yet to win on the tour actually doing very well. Lim Hee-jong will aim for birdie on hole number 13. It's a bit of a distance. She's sitting on the shoulder of the green there. That should sail forward. Could have been a good chance to have done something here. Gideon looking to finish on par for hole number 13. Lovely tap from her as she finishes that off. Wang Yumin will aim for birdie on hole number 14. And Wang Yumin herself has gone through, well, just a few of the motions here today. Hasn't been the easiest for her. One of the golfers I really love to watch, Wang Yumin. The others, of course, being Park Hyun-kyung, Lee Dong-gyun. And not that they are favorites, but just love the way that they perform. Each of them bring a different kind of characteristic. Having said that, all the golfers on the KLPGA have such a different persona, such a different temperament when it comes to being on the course. Kim Min-sun 7 will go next. I think the glare of the sun just well, troubling her a little bit, and she was voicing that. She'll tee off for hole number 13. 165 meters to cover. Remember, this is of course a par 3 for the asking. She's going to go with a 6 iron. Currently with a score of 3 over. That would have been a hole in one. That would have been a hole in one. What a narrow miss here. That is such a fantastic tee off from Kim Min-sun 7. Absolutely stunning. Oh, that just skipped. Well, that is a terrific effort. Absolutely terrific effort from her. And she knows it. Lee Ga-young will go next. She tees off for hole number 13. It's kind of just restricted itself a little bit. She's not going to be the happiest with that. Up next, it's Bang Shin-sil. Second stroke for hole number 12. Oh, well played. Beautiful placement from Bang Shin-sil. Hee-jong gets ready to tee off for hole number 14. 326 meters to cover, par 4 for the asking. This is an interesting one when you think about it. The shortest par 4 at Blackstone, the 5th hole on the west coast, it is. Has two fundamental strategies. You got to play along the center left line, aiming for the left putting surface, which is what she did, but slightly obstructed by the short pitch. You got to aim for the shorter right side of the fairways, which offers a more open view, and I think that's where Lim Hee-jong has just stumbled a little bit. But not that she's got herself into any pot of trouble. Lee Daeon will go next. She's got a 2 underscore. Ryo Seung-hui will aim for birdie on hole number 12. That's well played. Well played by her. She gets back into, well, business to only a second birdie. She's had a buzzard, opened with a buzzard, and had, well, 3 bogeys today, so she'll be excited about that. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-ji also aims for birdie on hole 15. Very narrow miss for her. Would have liked to have just finished that nice and easy. Bang Chun-sil just gauging the situation now. Needs to finish this well, without a blemish. Now that would be the aim, of course. Needs a birdie here on hole 12. And that's well played. She's just getting back into business slowly. Beautiful scenic view here. Oh, that looks like a painting. It definitely does. Those dark blue waters, the shades of green, the blue skies in the background. Absolutely stunning, the array of colors here. And not to forget those earthy colors of the stones and pebbles right there, you know, surrounding, well, the water. Lee Won will aim to cover ground here on hole 13. Second stroke for her. We'll need to plan this. Chipped that well, but just needed it to travel a little bit more. I do remember the first time I saw Lee Won and, Hwang Yoo-min. Well, just very petite golfers. Always thought to myself that they did bring a different flavor, the style of play. Both very gutsy, both very strong. Well, wrist and forearm power. And terrific when they shine on their day. Lim Hee-jong will go next. Needs to compare her notes, try and figure out what, well, could be in store for her. It's going to be her second stroke. Now that's well played by her. Got herself onto the green. What will Lee Dayon come up with? She would have a plan in mind as well. It's going to be her second effort on hole 14. That's going to sail out, but it will find its way back in somehow or the other. Lee Guyong just struggling there. She would have well, pretty much wasted an opportunity. That ball just moving a tad bit. Just trying to chip it out of the area. Bakmanji has gone in with the second stroke for hole 14. That struck fairly well. Lee Guyong. Third stroke on hole 13. What an opportunity here. Could have finished that on par. Was very much in line to finding that ball will reach the tin cup, but she'll have to finish it with a gentle tap-in. That should do the job for her. Just a quick word there with the caddy. It was really that getting out of that rough spot where she just faltered a little bit. Could have put herself well in contention of finishing with a birdie. Here's Lee Won. We'll look to finish on par for hole 13. Just a gentle push will do the job and keep her on a neutral here. Kim Min-sun, 7, will aim for birdie on hole 13, and it's nicely finished. So consecutive birdies on hole 12 and 13 brings the score down to a 2 over. Now that ball afraid of the dark, there's no doubt about it. Just decided to stop shot there for Lee Dayon, and I think just one of those odd moments, but she manages to finish it with the tap. And she's got a smile on her face. She knows that too. Just a stubborn ball sometimes. Kimmonson 7. Will tee off for hole 14. And that's well played by her. And just what the doctor ordered, if you ask me. Had a wonderful tee off in the previous hole. Yu Hyun Jo still sitting at the top. She's finished her event for the day with a 6 under. Choi Yun Woo, Ko Ji Yu, and Moon Jung Min with 4 under are in tied second. Park Yun Kyung along with Mada Som has been doing some exceptional work. She's got herself into a fairly good place. It's a good turn of events as far as we are concerned. We'll left to be seen what our golfers can come up with, but for the time being, it's all looking good here. And Yu Hyun Jo will just, coming really back into it yesterday. She finished with the 2 under, but the fact that today she was able to get another 4 in there. So quite a good performance from her. She was among the dew sweepers. She is the defending champion, having won it last year. And this is her happy hunting ground, because in 2022, when she was still an amateur, it did make a difference, because she won the amateur championship back then. So this is the Star Championship, means a lot to her, and it's definitely something that she's very, very fond of. Lim Hee Jong aiming for birdie on hole 14. Almost does it once again for her. Parkman G will aim for birdie. On hole number 14, remember she's carrying a 1 over. She's got 5.8 meters to cover. Singui will aim for birdie on hole number 13. And that's another narrow miss. Well, so close yet so far for her. Definitely had an opportunity to change things around. Isn't having really a, her best day at the office. There's no doubt about it. Has been fairly troubled today. Lee Won up next. Second stroke on hole 14. Lee Dayon will go next. She's gained some ground on the fairways. Is that going to be good enough? We will find out as we progress. Lemmy Jong will tee off for hole 15. It's a bit of a distance here, par 5 for the asking, 533 meters. Not the easiest. The 6th hole on the circuit is got average difficulty, but plays along the largest pond at Blackstone. You've got to be careful. You have to aim for the left side of the fairways and not the right, because it curves slightly to the right and it's protected by a large bunker. Alternatively, you can play it to the right, avoiding that small grassy hill. Meanwhile, Lee Gayong, second stroke for hole 14, 95 meters to cover. It's been quite an event for her. Did catch, Yu Hyun Jo a couple of times, but it has been easy. So all the tee-off times, of course, giving us where our golfer started off. Lim Hee Jong has gone next. Remember, this is the 20th anniversary of the Star Championship. It's a prestigious one, and it matters a lot to the golfers as well as to the fans here. Lee Won will aim for birdie on hole 14. Lee Dayon has to go in with the second stroke. And you really have to keep off the water. Was just talking about that a while back. You know, it can be a bit daunting. Lee Dayon will try and nail a birdie on hole 14. That's just going to stay slightly away from the destination, but it should work for her. Bakio. She's going to tee off for hole 13. Stayed under the radar for most part. You know, 1 under, that's the score she's carrying. And that's just past where it should have been. A bit difficult here, but Kimbenson 7 will just need to clean that up without too much of a fuss, and that's exactly what she does. Here's Lee Dayon. Third stroke for hole 15. Remember, she was trying to keep off the water. And I think that that's exactly what just about she's almost able to do. And Lee Won misses out on it once again. But we'll keep it with a bogey here, and that's the first bogey of the day. She's got a 2-over score, had a birdie on hole 5, and now a bogey in the back 9. Lee Dayon looking to finish on par. Meanwhile, Lim Hee-jong readies herself. Here's Lim Hee-jong. It's got to be a third stroke for hole 15. And Lim Hee-jong has placed that beautifully. Park Hae-jun. You've got on focus on hole 16. We'll aim for a birdie here. And that's beautifully played. Lovely work being done here by Park Hae-jun. She claims a birdie and gets it to an even score. She's had 4 bogeys in there, a couple of birdies as well, but finally an even score here for her, and I think that should serve her well for the rest of this day.
플레이입니다. 이동 멈춰주세요.
Kim Min-sun 7 will tee off for hole 15 now. Complicated hole, you've got to keep it down to the right, and I think Kim Min-sun 7 has done that perfectly as she's kept herself on the fairways. Lee Ga-young will go next. Good bit of par on that from Lee Ga-young. Covering some distance here. Lee Ga-young, and definite about, well, just trying to make a few changes in her approach in today's game, or today's matchup, which of course is always a matchup against yourself as a golfer. Lee Won will tee off. Lee Won also powering that through. Roasting wheat stretches that. Good bit of body in that one as she pushes it as hard as possible. Lee Dae-yeon will aim for birdie on hole number 15. Well placed, absolutely well placed. Stunning effort there, but just failing to, well, knock that in a bit earlier. She's cleaned it up. Lee Ga-young will go next. Needs to cover some ground here. Whip into that one from Lee Vaughan. Knew she had to get a good bit of power behind it. Gain a bit of ground on the fairways. How far, of course, that is a big question being asked here by this fantastic golfer. Lim Hee Jong will aim for birdie on hole 15. Here's Bangchan Sil. And that's well played by Bangchan Sil. Another birdie in there comes down to, well, +1. Three consecutive birdies from all the way from hole 14 to hole 16 till 18. That exodus continues as our golfers head to their new destination.
나이스 버디.
And that's extremely well played by Ryo Seung-hui. She finishes with a birdie on hole 14, only her third of the day. You need to plan this out carefully and carry it through. Beautiful layout as always. It's been an amazing time here. I did talk about this at length. And a very, very interesting second round of golf. And many of the golfers are still struggling. I won't say to find their feet, but more importantly to find the path and walk straight on it. Lee Ga-yong. It will be very interesting to see what she can come to the table with. And that's well struck by her. Has escaped, the water hazard as well. Got onto the carpet area. Might be a bit of a task to work towards a birdie, but it should serve her well. Getting ready to tee off here. It's Lee Daeon. Kimmonson 7. She's on to her third stroke for hole 15. She's been performing fairly well as well. Going with the 5-iron to tee off for hole 16. It's Lim Hee Jong. And she's definitely flown the green here. Meanwhile, Lee on. Third stroke for hole 15. Just a quick look at the leaderboard. Yoo Hyun Jo still at the top there. She's finished her event for the day with 6 under. Choi Yun Woo, Ko Ji Yoo and Moon Jong Min are in tied second with 4 under. Hong Soo Min is in fifth with 3 under. And Park Yun Kyung, Mada Som, Kim Min Sol with 2 under sit in tied sixth, along with Cho Yan, Lim Hee Jong, Lee Dae-yeon, Lee Ji-young, Ro Seung-hui, Lee Ga-young, Hwang Jun-mi and Jun Yi-sung. So that 2 under score where you've got the tied 6 is now kind of, actually blooming over. So it's going to be interesting to see which of these golfers can actually, scale that and get into the high regions of the leaderboard as the day progresses. Stay with us.
도망갈 거 생각 안 해도 네. 여기까지 훅 들어와 있으니까.
Meticulous planning, but Lee Gayong just missing out on a birdie here on a hole that matters to her, and I think it's going to be an on. Do love those widescreen shots and always love to see the forestation around. Absolutely marvelous here as our golfers do get ready. Lee Gayong gets a little bit of free hydration. So tee off point. This is the hole-in-one, round 16. We've seen this yesterday. It's a very, very interesting well hole to cover. And that beautiful E-class there. Would always love to drive away in it or around the course if possible. Gimmons 7. Will tee off for hole number 16. Well, don't forget that this was just a bit too much of club on that, but just a couple of holes back, she almost had a hole in one, if you remember. That was just such a stunning shot from her. Time for Lim Hee Jong to go next. That's well played. Very well played. She's gained a good bit of ground there.
진짜 잘 쳤는데? 나이스 맞는데?
Lee Daeon. Oh, she's got a good bit of swing in that full arm power. One of those golfers has the nicest smile ever when she gets it right. But she's been doing well today. Really, really trying to uplift herself. And here's Lee Ga-young to go next. Always call her one of the most sincere golfers. Keeps a very, very straight face most times. Going in with the 5-iron for hole 16. Always love her follow through. And she too has flown the green a little bit. Lee won. First stroke for hole 16. It's well played by her. Lee Dong-gyun will aim for birdie on hole number 15. She too hasn't been able to really find, her comfort zone here today. Has a few worries. That just missed its mark. A bit too much of a push on that. Lee Ga-young just trying to work her way through.
가면 될 것 같은데? 이렇게 안 뛰어도 돼.
So Lee Won and Lee Gayong were pretty much stuck in that same group, and their tee off times were, well, of course, the same. Left to be seen what exactly they can do here. Lee Won, of course, has had a wonderful year. We've seen that right through with the performances, and also the fact that she's been in very, very good form for most of the tournament. Here she is now, second stroke for hole number 16. Needs to chip this. A very, very well planned effort from her. We'll have to clean it up with an on par finish. I do believe the intention would have been to have finished it off rather easily. Bangchen Sil, just narrowly falling short. Lead on. Knocked that fairly well. Cruising Wei aiming for birdie on hole 15. Oh, that slipped out as well. She's had a few like those today. She had one that lipped out, which is very, very close. It's a bit unfortunate here for her. But she'll clean it up easy, so not a worry at all. That's nicely done. Absolutely wonderful effort. Lee Gayong finishing with a birdie on hole 16. She's back to that 3 under score. Remember, she had a bogey on hole 13. If she can, of course, get another birdie in here today, 2 more holes to play, and she will finish off where she left off yesterday, which will be interesting because that's going to put her in good contention of making a comeback tomorrow in the event. Lim Hee-jong. Second stroke for hole 17. She's carrying a 2 under score, remember? Kim Min-sun 7 looks to finish but on par for hole 16. Gentle tap-in from Kim Min-sun 7. She's played that well, but she's had a few worries here today. Hasn't been her best, day at the office. There's no doubt about it. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the course, of course, An Song-yi will aim for birdie on hole 18. gets fairly close. Hansongi. Park Bo-kyung, she's on to hole 18. But aim for birdie here. That's just going to stay away from the target. Park Bo-kyung finishes round 2 with 72 and a 3-over score. She's got a smile on her face, but well, wasn't too happy with some of the ways that she went about her business, and I think it was a little tough for her today. Lee Ga-yong will tee off for hole 17. And she's traveled a bit here. She'll be happy about that.
누구야?
There's Lee Von teeing off for hole 17. Yu Hyun Jo still up there at the top. No one's been able to touch her with that 6-under score. Choi Yun Woo, Ko Ji Yu, and Moon Jong Min in tied second with 4-under. Hong Soo Min and Lee Ga-yong, who dropped into tied fifth with 3-under, has still got a chance to do well. Park In Kyung and Ma Da Som with 2-under are now in tied seventh. And it's a very interesting equation because, joining those tied sevenths, we've got a whole lot of golfers in there who are still stuck on that 2-under. Park In Kyung and Ma Da Som, of course, have finished off, their day's efforts. So very interesting because Kim Min Sol, Cho Ai-yan, Lee Jae-yong, Lim Hee-jong, Lee Dae-yeon, Ro Seung-hui, and Jun Yi-sung are all stuck on that 2-under. Still a chance for many of them, including, Lee Dae-yeon, Lim Hee-jong, and Ro Seung-hui to do better. So right here at the Blackstone Golf Course in Icheonsi, Gyeonggi-do, let's remind you that we are coming at you live. It's been a very, very interesting, day, and let's find out, what can happen as the day progresses. So interesting turn of events as far as some of the golfers are concerned. Can they, come up with the goods here? I think that's a good question. Question that needs to be asked as we progress with this event. So let's also remind you that this is the 20th anniversary of the Star Championship. You can see that there on that beautiful board sitting right there on the water. I always love to see that. Nothing better than, an absolutely wonderful way to look at, the event. Lead A on, needs to cover a bit of ground here. Third stroke to approach. Well, kept a fairly low one, unusually. Got herself onto, well, the green, and I think Bachman G just gauging her situation. Certainly looked like she was ready to draw from the holster. One of the most respected golfers on KLPGA, Bachman G. Here's Bangchan Sil. Almost does it for her. Once again, she's missed out on many opportunities here today. And it's just been one of those very interesting times. Lim Hee Jong, of course, will try and get ahead. Roh Seung-hui goes next with her second stroke for hole number 16. And that's well played. Finally getting one through, and it's going to be a huge sigh of relief for her because she struggled through it. 3 birdies there in the last 5 holes. She's up to a 3 under, and Roh Seung-hui definitely now beginning to look a lot stronger. Got into the comfort zone, just about settled in, and I think that's what the doctor ordered, I would believe, at this point of the tournament. Always good to see a comeback from these young ladies, and Lee Daeon will aim to finish on par for hole 17. Almost does it, I would have believed. Just a tap in, should finish the job for the time being. Oh, that would have been such an amazing effort. Such an amazing effort. Lim Hee Jong looks to finish on par for hole 17. And that's nicely done. Very nicely done by her. Meanwhile, Bangchan Sil will finish on par. Needed to clean that up quickly, and that's exactly what she did. Did not waste too much of time. That's definitely going to fall shy of the distance. Wang Yu Min. Lee Won, second stroke for hole 17. Lee Ga-yong onto a second stroke. Young Yumin finishes on par for hole number 18. And she's ended with 33 on the out, 37 on the in, and +1 to finish off the day. Meanwhile, Park Hae-jun will aim for birdie on hole number 18. Lovely way to end the day on an even score. 35 on the out, 36 on the in. Couple of birdies and bogeys, but she's done well to end on a positive note. Big hugs all around. Leave on. Just too much of push on that. Not like her to normally go in for an impulsive shot, but she did need to just, get that a bit closer. Young will aim for birdie on hole 17. Now she's coming back into her own as well. This is a bit of a distance, but I wouldn't put it past her to come up with the goods. She almost did. Just needed a bit more of a touch. A Cuban there for her, but she'll keep it on par. Leave on. Will step it up quickly. Remember, she can finish this with an even score on hole 17. And all our golfers really, getting to that part where they'd like to finish off rather quickly. That did roll a little bit, but she was able to clear it up with no worries at all. Lee Daeon will go next.
바꿔도 돼. 잘안 봐도 되고. 그리고 어디로 들어가시면 동영상부터.
Kim Min-sun 7 will get ready to tee off. Lee Ga-yong already in position.
오케이. 잘안 봐도
And that's
되고.
going to be hole number 18. Keep in mind the fact that this, of course,
플레이했습니다.
is a tough one. We're looking at a par 5 for the asking. A beautiful scenery where you're standing. You're from for the tee off. 511 meters to cover. And the fairway curves to the right, surrounded by a lot of exposed rock cliffs. Nice follow through there from Lee Ga-yong. Did not force that too much. Very, very effortless. She's got herself in a good spot. And bunkers, of course, are strategically placed along the right side of the fairway. There's one isolated bunker which stays within the curve, and you've got to be careful of that. An aggressive approach to gain distance downslope does involve you playing over the sunken bunkers. I think Lee Ga-yong did not push it too much. Now, from here, long hitters, of course, are considered to be the best because they can take a risk and reach the green, or in only their second shot. The question to be asked is, do you play to the right on hole 18, or should you avoid the diagonal rows of glass and sand bunkers and take a different approach? Now, Lee Yvonne, she's been here before. She knows, how to swing it, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what her approach will be. Played fairly well there by Lee Yvonne. Not a bad way to keep that progress meter ticking. Lim Hee-jung. It's going to be her third stroke for hole 18. Lee Daeon, third stroke for hole 18. With all that cheering, that ball just got winged. I do believe, well, she set herself in such a nice spot, and I think that ball just decided, I've got a bit of cheer, let me travel a bit further. I think, well, Lee Daeon's just got the same expression as I do. Well, she's looked at that kind of in a funny manner. Now here's Bang Shin-sil, second stroke for hole 17. Oh, that's beautiful placement. Absolutely stunning. That's what Bang Shin-sil does. She's such an amazing golfer when she hits, her stride. But that's not what happens, every day. There are moments for her, just like every other golfer. Lee Dong-gyun, progressing. Well, terrific placement, really terrific. You actually nailed that, if you ask me. Almost did. Lee De-Jong will aim for birdie here. Needs to finish this well today. She's got a smile on her face for that. She knows, well, she was so close to nailing it perfectly, but she'll be glad to have finished today's event. Finishes with 1 under, almost a birdie there. 2 bogeys, 3 bogeys and 3 birdies for the day. And that expression says it all. Meanwhile, Roseung-Hui onto hole number 17. Just going to go in with the third effort, needs to nail it with the birdie. That's another miss. She's actually missed out on a couple of putts. Of course, they haven't been easy, but we'll clean this up with an even score. Lim Hee-jong. She's been another one of our golfers in focus. Missed her mark, but that ball's just going to roll away. And that slope's just going to carry it further. Oh, that's not looking good. And that ball's really traveled thanks to that slope towards the right. So Lim Hee-jong needs to finish on par for hole 18. And that's well played. That's a bit of joy for her as well. She finishes with 35 on the out, 35 on the in, and 2 under. We will see her back tomorrow. Struggled through the day, but she's had 3 birdies in there and just 1 bogey, so she's done fairly well to keep her head above the water for most part of this event. Beautifully played by her. A very well-planned effort. Lee Ga-yong onto a second stroke for hole 18. It's been a fairly quick event for us today, and not, well, most of the golfers really getting through, well, their gameplay rather quick. There's not been too much of a thought process going on there, but they've been quick with their decisions and definitely with their shot play. Having said that, here's Park Min-ji as she aims for birdie on hole 14. She'll have to clean that up with an on-par finish. Now remember, she's stuck in there in the same group with Lim Hee-jong. Every golfer has their own style, and Park Min-ji always checks, well, the surface of the area around. We'll look to finish this on par. Another great exponent of the sport, really. Very well done. So Park Min-ji finishes with 4 over. She's had a double bogey on the 16th and 2 bogeys in there. 37 on the out, 39 on the in, and a 4 over. Not a best day, but she'll be glad she's played it out. Quick hugs all around for her counterparts. And meanwhile, Bang Shin-sil gets ready to tee off for hole number 18. Up next, it's Ryo Seung-hui. And it's well struck by her. Kimminson 7. Third stroke on hole 18 for her. It's well played, very well played. Lee Dong-gyun does well here. Lee Dong-gyun too. Ball has dropped a good amount of weight. She was always fit, but just looking a lot thinner. Many of our golfers actually here. And it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but probably just a bit more of gym work or just a bit more of time spent training. Lee Ga-young, third stroke for hole 18. Oh, that's beautiful placement from her. That could have bounced into the hole as well. Lovely effort from Lee Ga-young. So the 20th anniversary of the Star Championship, Yoo Hyun-jo and her lead still remains there right at the top of the leaderboard with 6 under. Choi Yun-woo, Ko Ji-yoo and Moon Jong-min with 4 under, and that trio sits in tied second. And then you've got, of course, the twins, Ryo Seung-hui and Lee Ga-young, sitting with 3 under in tied fifth. Lee Ji-young, of course, is in that tied seventh, along with the likes of Park Hyun-kyung, Ma Da-som, Kim Min-sol and Cho Ha-yeon, also Jun Yi-sung, who all have 2 under. So very interesting turn of events so far. And left to be seen if we could actually see a change in the leaderboard. I was expecting someone to just upset the apple cart and displace Yoo Hyun-jo off that spot, but that hasn't happened. Stay with us as the action continues right here in the 20th Star Championship, or a better put, at the Blackstone Golf Course. The KB Financial Group Star Championship still rolls on. Stay with us. Wilson Wee, second stroke for hole 18. We just saw Lee Won finishing with the 3 over. Very unusual for Lee Won to finish with that score on the second round. And that ball afraid of the dark. Kim Minson 7. What an opportunity. She can't believe it. She could have finished on a positive note. And she's just, well, shocked by that. Trying to figure out why that well, that ball just stayed on the rim. And she's really flummoxed by it. I think they're all having a hearty laugh. Well, I think Kim Minson's just hoping. I hope it just moves a little bit and just falls in. And she just tapped it and finished it off, but that's a good moment for us. A bit of entertainment there from Kim Minson. 7, 35 on the out, 36 on the in. Finishes with the 3 over today. Meanwhile, Lee Dong-gyun will go in with the second stroke for hole 18. She's had a few worries as well. Sits with the 4 over score, not a finest. And many of our golfers today just struggling a little bit. Lee Ga-yong, what a fine way to end this with the birdie on hole 18. She finishes with a 4 under, back where she left off yesterday. 38 on the out, 34 on the in. A hat-trick of bogeys in there in that first 9, but in the front 9, and I do believe she'll be happy that she's back up to that 4 under. We'll see her back tomorrow. Still very much a strong contender for the championship here. Meanwhile, Bang Shin-sil. Second stroke for hole 18. She's flown the green. I think she's just about managed to stay out of the cat box, but she's into the rough. Here goes Ryo Seung-hui. her third effort, and this approach shot will matter on hole 18. She's at 3 under. If she could finish with a birdie in this one, she'll put herself in good stead for tomorrow's event. Remember, round 3 is not so forgiving. Round 1 and round 2 are in a way. You can afford to take your risks. Round 3 will still allows you a little bit of freedom to do that, but it's really where the contest starts to get more intense. Here's Lee Dong-gyun. She goes in with a third effort as well. And that hole-in-one event, hole number 16, Lee Ji-hoon will tee off 145 meters to cover. Park Geol will tee off for hole number 18. And that's well played by her. Beautifully done there. Bong Chun-sil finishes on a positive note, and that's a very good end for her. Well, it may be just one underscore, but she's had 5 birdies there in the back 9, and that's quite interesting. So Bong Chun-sil undoing a really tough. The out for her was very challenging today. So many buzzards and bogeys in there. Hong Ji-won has teed off for hole 18 as well. Wang Zhongmi tees off for hole 18 too. Lee Dong-gyun will aim for birdie on hole number 18. Now she's had an extremely tough day. I do believe she'd like to finish on a very positive note. Hasn't been the easiest for her. And just missing the target entirely there. Just manages to finish with an on par. 40 on the out, 35 on the in, 2 bogeys, 1 buzzard, and a birdie in there. Again, not her best day. Has done a lot better, well, in the past. Lee Ji-yoon will aim for birdie on hole 16. Wei. She's just gauging the situation because she knows that she can finish with the birdie here. But the question is, how soon can she try that? That's just going to curve away from the destination for her. She'll clean that up easy. So Wei finishes with 34 on the in, 39 on the out, but she's got 3 under, and it'll be good to see her back in action tomorrow. Wei just signing, some of the autographs of the fans. Yu Ju, second stroke for hole 16. She finishes with the birdie on hole 16 as well. She's got a 10 over score. A bit tough. Here's Pacquiao. Second stroke for hole 18. Hong Ji-won. Second stroke for hole 18. She's gone through the motions as well here today. It hasn't been the brightest, as I said. Weather conditions have been very favorable actually, but it's just about, there are some days when, you're going to shine, and there are some days when you're just going to hit, well, those bumps in the road, or I'd say in the course, and there's so many of them. Hwang Jung-mi. It's a second stroke for hole 18 now. And that's just lipped out at the wrong moment. Well, light conditions have definitely changed a lot. It's got a little bit dimmer, as you can see, but it's been interesting. No worries at all as such. As our golfers continue with their efforts. And that's well played, straight onto the green, so no worries at all here for her. Hong Ji-won, third stroke for hole 18. She's carrying a 2-over score. She too has been really, really awesome in some of the, well, events. But today, not really at her finest. Just about trying to find her footing, trying to get back into the groove. Cho Yeon will aim for birdie on hole 16. Remember, she's on that spot where you've got that two-tiered green. It's almost like a carpet that goes up onto the next level. Kind of an organic mezzanine, if you have to call it that. But Cho Yeon getting close, but not close enough. Well, we did have a few really amazing moments in today's event. There were, of course, a few entertaining months, including Kim Min-sun 7 and a conversation with that ball that refused to budge from the rim of the hole. But all said and done, it's been a bit of a, well, somber affair for most of our golfers. You know, a lot of thought processing as well, but they've had to dig deep, look inside as to what's been, well, going wrong for them, and I'm sure that tomorrow will be an all-new day and they'll come back a lot stronger. And one of those golfers, of course, you know, I would believe Well, it could be Hong Ji-won as well. So it's been a challenging day, but all said and done, that's what the sport is always about, isn't it? You really have to conquer your own obstacles and well, just do better. So Hong Ji-won aiming for birdie on hole 18. And Hong Ji-won will have to just push that a little bit more, well, to find the tin cup. Birdie on hole 16. That's gone fairly close to the destination, but she wasn't able to finish it. Meanwhile, teeing off for hole 18. It's Choi Rim. She too is carrying a 4 over score, 511 meters to cover. Pacquiao aiming for birdie on hole number 18, would want to finish this well. She stepped that in nice and easy. Pacquiao 72 yesterday, 70 today. It's been an interesting turn of events for her. Wang Zhongmi, can she finish with the birdie here on hole 18? And yes, she does. A positive finish for Wang Zhongmi. I think she'll be happy about that. So 34 on the out, 35 on the in, finishes with 2 under, and we'll see her back tomorrow, which is going to be a good thing. Very well played towards the end. Here's Yoon Da-yoon. Can she nail a birdie from the rough? Well, she's just outside the green. Needed a bit more of a nudge, and that's just turned away as well at the last minute. Kang Chae-yeon tees off for hole 18. Cho Yan looks to finish on par for hole number 16. And Cho Yan finishes with 36 on the out, but she's still got 2 more holes to play. She's up to a 5 over. Well, she's just going through the motions as well. It's been a rough day for her, and as I said this earlier, it's been a rough day for many of our golfers. Let's look back at the final moments that we had today, and this will be very, very interesting. So, that was Yoo Hyun Jo. She was at that point of time stuck on, well, in tied 4th. She moved up to tied 1st. So on the 2nd hole. And that's when she went up to 5 under, consecutive birdies on, hole, well, 10 and hole 11. And that would be another beautiful birdie from her. She curved that in, and that set her in good stead, pushing her up to a 6 under. That hat-trick of birdies really on the in made all the difference, on hole 10, 11, and 12. And Yoo Hyun Jo really was showing us, well, what she could do here today. That was some terrific placement that we looked at. On the 8th hole, so Ko Ji Woo also shining as well. And then let's not forget that we had some terrific, well, action coming in that almost knocked straight into the tin cup. Yoo Hyun Jo, well, moving up there to a 7 under. Of course, she would have a bit of a stumbling block, but it was really her day, and she was the golfer that came through very strong. And then on hole number 9, that miss, well, really undoing things for her. So while she did fall back to a 6 under, I think, Yoo Hyun Jo did very well to stick to her guns. Meanwhile, Roh Seung-hui also came back into her own after a few struggling moments. And, she moved up from 22 to, tied 15th and rose up the order to finish fairly well, actually, with 3 under at the end of the day. And on the 14th hole, Bong Shin-sil, who was also stuck, far behind, came in with a lovely birdie, just doing enough. She had a really, really, well, rough start on the out. Here's Roh Seung-hui again for hole number 14. She was at 1 under at this point of time. Took a score to a 2 under. She too started off, had a buzzer on hole number 2. She had 3 other bogeys in there, but did well to come back into, well, the contest. On the 16th hole, Lee Ga-yong. And that was just such a beautiful putt from her, coming off the shoulder of the carpet. And they put herself into a tied 5th with a 3 under score. And then Roh Seung-hui again on hole number 16. Well, needed to come up with something special, and that was a perfect putt from her. She'd moved up to a 3 under and into tied 5th as well. Then on the 17th hole, Bong Shin-sil really looking to make the cut here. Powered that nicely to sit right outside the hole. That was a beautiful placement from her. And then on the 18th hole, Lee Ga-yong also had a wonderful placement. We missed out on Kim Min-sun 7's placement too earlier. And it was a good finish as she finished in tied second here. Lee Ga-yong with a 4 under score. But Kim Min-sun 7, we missed out on that one. Well, beautiful, almost hole-in-one from her. And Banchan still getting herself out of a troubled spot, to finish off with the birdie on hole 18. And that was a good end to the day for her. She capped it off with a 1 underscore. So that's it in round 2 for the KB Financial Group Star Championship being played here at the Blackstone Golf Course. Yoo Hyun-jo still stays at the top with Choi Yun-woo, Lee Ga-yong, Ko Ji-yoo and Moon Jong-min now chasing her in tied second with 4 under. Ryo Seung-wi is in 6th with 3 under and Lee Ji-yong with Park Ji-yeol is in tied 7th with 2 under along with Hwang Jeon-mi, Lim Hee-jong, Park Yoon-kyung, Ma Da-som, Kim Min-sol and Cho Ah-yeon. My name is Glenn Mascarenhas and I'll be back with you tomorrow for round 3. Don't forget to join us then, where we'll be coming at you live all over again from this beautiful golf course in Icheonsi, Gyeonggi-do. Thank you for sharing the action with us today, and bye-bye for now.